That was very interesting. I've had some crashes happen, but that was the most unique crash I've had so far. Like, I don't actually know. I am like so confused right now. Like, even sometimes when I have like a crash, it'll just come back in a few minutes, you know? Like, it'll go offline for a second, then just come back because it was, I don't know, like maybe a bump in the internet. Like, everything actually just went fully offline. I've never had that happen before. Literally, all of my streams just fucking Thanos snapped fully offline, completely offline, while I was sitting there, like, messaging you guys in chat. You guys could see me messaging in chat, right? I had internet. Like, but all of my streams immediately went offline. There is something very odd about that. Holy. That entire time, it said everything was fine. That entire time, it said everything was perfectly fine on my end. I was looking at OBS. The timer for the live was still going. Like, everything was still going. That's how I was messaging you. Through, like, into Twitch chat, I was still using just OBS. I mean, as okay as it seems. You know, if the streams are working and you can see me, it's working until I guess it doesn't again. I don't know. Oh, I know I can be in Twitch chat while not live, but I can't be in Twitch chat while no internet. And all of my streams immediately cut off to offline, like there wasn't anything. It's crazy that the streams literally went to completely offline, and OBS still, like, was telling me that I was completely live on all of them. Like, zero issues. That's crazy. That is concerning. If I have some AI tech bro trying to fuck with me and my internet, I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, I've never had anything happen like that before. I've had some crashes, like, you know, obviously I'm not perfect. I do my best. But I've never had it just fucking snap of a fingers, everything goes offline. That's wild to me. And I didn't even get notified, nothing. Usually, like, when Twitch crashes, like, the live timer will turn to reconnecting. Like, it'll change and tell me that it's reconnecting, and it's obvious that it's a crash. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, so back to AI and how ass it is. Like, you shouldn't need to use AI for references. Like, I never did. I mean, one, learn how to use your words, you know? Like, just explain what you want better, I guess. Like, learn how to, like, explain, like, maybe a person's body and pose and stuff. Like, it hasn't been hard for me. All the artists I've gone to have given me exactly what I wanted. Also, you can literally look up, like, poses. Like, there is so many artists that have, like, yeah, that have posted even, like, free, like, normal references. Not even, like, art. Just, like, things that are made specifically to be used as references. Like, here, let me think of a pose. Okay. A pose, I'll try to get a guy, like, rubbing the back of his head. You know? And, like, maybe smiling. Got it. I've actually got a few. And I'm like specifically trying to avoid any like actual anime art, like anything from an anime or anything that's actual art, to show that like you can specifically just find references. So let's go to sources here. I will just, do I have a window thing in here that I'm just not showing? Background, spout 2, emote wall. Wait, forgot the emote wall was turned. Isn't there just 2 emote walls? No. I'll turn the emote wall back on. I like this feeling immersive sometimes, but it's fine. And see, the best way to combat AI art is by having tags saying if it's made by AI or in the traditional way. I don't completely agree. I think like once you get used to AI art, you can eventually start being able to discern it from, you know, actual art, like seeing the small off, like pieces that are off. But there have been people that tried to make like an art tag, like an AI art tag, to try and separate the art, and everyone got really, really, really mad. Because like I understand the like the intent behind it, you know. The intent is to try and keep the AI art out of the real art. But at the same time, by giving AI art a tag, you're legitimizing it and saying, hey, AI art is okay, and here's a tag for it, just use that. That kind of thing. Same. Like it took me a while actually, like a while after getting my 1.0 and maybe even into my 2.0 model, that I had to like think back and be like, oh, the models that I was using back then were AI. Oh. You know, like I just didn't realize it at the time. I'm a lot more versed in like recognizing AI now, but yeah. I've pretty much deleted all content with all those old models because I refuse to endorse AI in literally any way, regardless of if it's, you know, benefiting me. So I had to wipe most of my YouTube videos. Unfortunately. Well, that's life. It was worth it. That's also why I intended to play, replay Omori soon. Very, very soon. Because, like, that was one of my favorite things to play. And it was with that model, so I just have no history of it now. Such an insane game. Was she on my side? Like, is it a good video? Is, like, she isn't saying bad things about me. I don't want to go in there and then feel bad. From what I've seen, she's a pretty, it seems like a pretty, like, reasonable person in how she, like, approaches things. I just, you know, just double checking. So let's see, right here. Literally just had to look up, like, rubbing the back of the neck and, like, smiling. Art reference, right here. You could literally show, like, this on the left, the curved. This would be exactly what someone would be looking for in that situation. Oh, wait, I need to tell it to show my cursor. Oh, oh, wait, is it just not? What? Is that it? I don't know why it's not showing my cursor. There it is. Okay, right here, yeah, this guy. And then right here. Like, this is the other one that I came across, and this one has, like, multiple versions of that, like, that pose. Like, you really don't need AI. You don't need AI to generate something to get you that exact pose you want. Like, you know, if I wanted something different, I could be like, all right, take this middle one, the top middle, use that one, but try and, like, curve the arm a little more, try and, like, lean the head a little more of, like, a subtle smile. Like, you can have that and then just adjust it from there with words, you know? Like, you just don't need AI. And anyone that tries to tell themselves that they do is delusional. Quite frankly. But yeah, I can't remember who it was with the AI art tag. I want to say it was Fillion. I think it was Fillion. But yeah, I definitely wasn't happy when I, like, later on found out, like, realized that that was AI art. I was just, like, immediately my first thought was, I am about to go through and delete all of that. I don't want that shit on my profile. I don't want that shit on my channel. I don't want anyone to think I endorse AI art, and I'd rather lose a shit ton of content than rather people think I like AI. Yeah, I think it was Fillion. She's the big one, though. She's got an interesting reputation. Oh, God, dude. Some of the things that she's been involved in and said and done. Yeah, Jesus. Hey, Soccerin. We have been chatting about random shit, mostly AI, because it sucks ass, and we hate it. Yeah, I need to get this, like, this background posted in my Discord under my model artist's name, because this background is really good. I can make myself small. Huh. Yeah, I really like what they did with the background. It came out really well. I just forgot that they were the one who did it. In my Discord, I have been trying to go through, like, all of my old art on VGen and stuff, and literally going through every single one. And, like, trying to list it in a channel I made called Artist List. Like, every single artist that I would be willing to recommend that I have gone to and that I liked the work of. Because I've gone to some people that have done, like, $1,000 for a reference sheet, and I've gone to some people that have done $20 for a reference sheet. So, like, I have plenty of people to pull from that are, you know, spend $30, get art, or spend $600 and get art. Either way. But I got, like, a lot of people on that list, and I've been trying to go through it all. So I just got to remember that this background should be thrown in there, too, to show people, you know, hey, if you want a background, like, my model artist did an amazing one. I really like my model artist. I really do. He's English second language, but he's a good guy. He has been really sweet since the second I met him, and he's been very helpful, and I mean, this model is gorgeous. Made a post with all my artists credited. I have a few of those. So, like, on my website, like, it posts in chat, like, every 30 minutes, candylucas.com. On my website, it, like, links to my card. On there, I'm pretty sure basically all of the art I've gotten, there might be a few pieces missing, but all of the art I've gotten is in, like, a little image slideshow. And if you click an image in that slideshow, it will bring you to that person's VGen to show you who did it. And I also, on my Twitch, well, I might have taken that out, but in my Twitch, I had all of the artists credited, but now I might just have it, like, linked to my website, but I'm not sure. My card isn't too bad, but, like, it's not very amazing. It's not, like, super customized, or it could be better. I just have, like, the domain name, candylucas.com. But in the Discord is the main thing that I've been focused on, because, like, I post the art that I got, and then I type up, like, I went to this person to get these things from them, you know, I had a good experience, this is how much I paid, and, like, this is how much I expected to pay. You know, I would absolutely recommend them if you're looking for this kind of art. Go to them, like, you know, if that works, and then give their links of their name, their VGen, and the Twitter. Because with just crediting things, you know, you just get a link. But with something like that, you get an explanation. Like, how did the experience go? Like, was it good? Or, like, were they a good person? That kind of stuff. You get that information. So, you know, you can go through and, you know, you're looking for a model artist. You come across mine. You start going through. I'm talking great about him because he's a great guy. Just a little pricey at times because, you know, it's a model. Most VTuber models are. And, yeah. So I've been trying to get it done. It's just a lot. I've been to a lot of artists. A lot more than I actually think I thought. I don't think those were the right words. Yeah, in those posts that I've made about AI and like them hitting the algorithm, I've actively gotten actual VTubers in there like arguing with me about using AI. Like VTubers themselves. And it's just like, are you fucking crazy, dude? Like, I don't, is someone telling you to do this? Like, why are you coming onto my post and self-destructing what little career you have? Like, you literally cut off like 99% of the VTubing community from like them supporting you the second you support AI. Like, I don't know why you're shooting yourself in the foot in my replies. It is, yeah. It is almost always like really small VTubers. 90% of the time it's because it's money. Like, they don't have the money to commission all the stuff they want, and unlike literally every single other person who has been a VTuber that just, you know, saved their money, got a little bit of money here and there, has a job and saved up what little money they had extra, and eventually got all the art they wanted for their debut and blah blah blah, they decided, yeah, I'm just gonna go use AI. I don't care about saving up and respecting my artists, I'd rather just have it now. Like, it's such a common thing for people in the VTubing community to not be able to afford, you know, that kind of stuff. Everything they need for the debut, their entire model. Like, it's a super common thing. But it's a very rare thing for someone to choose to go to AI instead of just saving their money to commission people that have beautiful art that deserve to be commissioned. Yeah, that man's probably rolling around in his fucking bed at night with nightmares of all the fucking AI generated Ghibli art that's been being shoved all over the internet. Blech. I was using a vape and it made me stick my tongue out. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, aside from the AI stuff, I'm pretty sure I even earlier today or yesterday made another post about AI. Actually, specifically a post about AI and tags. Like hashtags. And yeah, let me go to my Twitter. It was 12 hours ago. Stop using VTuber art tags when you post your AI slop. We don't want that trash mixed in with real art made by real people. Actually, it was the chemicals in the water that turned the frogs gay that turned me gay. I kissed a frog. I thought he was a prince. It's moving on. That's true, yeah. It's mainly because people here have like more of a sense of entitlement a lot of the time, and it's like, well, I don't have to pay the artist money. Like, why would I respect the artist when I can just go to an AI and get it for fucking free? Maybe they should do their fucking job better. Maybe they should make their stuff cheaper. Then I might consider it. And it's like, you know, fuck you. How about that? How about you just take a whole 6-foot rod and just shove it up your ass? You might be able to get the other stick that's stuck up there. I mean, that's true. Hey, maybe it was a girl prince, you don't know, subverting expectations. Yeah. I've had people do it really fast too. Like, you can pay someone like for the rush fee and they will get that art done fast. Like, they can do that work really fast. Usually. Sleep well, Kiriko. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I would definitely say AI is probably a bigger thing in the States. At least as far as I've seen. Getting some artwork done for your character. Are you using that art that I got for you as like a reference? Or is it a different character? It could be a different character. Okay, nice. That art's pretty good. I really liked the art that I got from Yuzu Aaron. They had some really pretty art. For me, it takes about a day to finish my art. That's not too bad. But that's, I assume, if you like sit down and that's like literally all you do that day is just fucking pound out the art, you know? Dude was like, is that actually what happened? Like, I almost feel like maybe he was like thinking of someone else. Or they were thinking of someone else. I want to assume. It's my colors in the image. No shot. This is... What? Hang on, chat. We might have something to react to.
In this
Oh my god. My link is literally in there. Yeah. What? Am I cool enough to be in a video like this? That's not what I wanted. Right, default view. I'm gonna try to make this like smaller so that I can just kind of like, well. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's see if we can do some unique stuff. Hang on. Not that, not that, not that. I need to go to I need to actually, you know what? Oh yeah, I forgot I had this other. Hey god, I fucking forgot about this one. I forgot about this overlay. It's one of my hanging out overlays. And as you can see, it's a little rough around the edges. I haven't been on this overlay in a long time because anytime I hang out, I just use the thing that you guys were just watching with all the cherry blossoms falling. That app is just better. I don't know if you guys know about that app. It's actually not a super well known one. It's called Shoost. As you can see, my mouse is here, right? Like I can't, there's not actually a lot I can do here. And then do this. Bam. This is the stuff. There is a lot in here. So we can like, take this and we can slide our vending machine over there and do stuff like that. And then like the things that you see like the cherry blossoms, there's weather effects. So like with the weather effects, here, you can change it to confetti. You could change it to dust. You can change it to bokeh, whatever that is. Heart animations, other hearts, sparkles, things like that. But then there's also like really like realistic kind of ones, like this one, like rain. Like the rain looks really good, but also with the rain, like as you can see, the rate is at like really low. So you turn the rate up, and then it starts pouring heavier. Right? Turn it up even more. Whoa! And now it's pouring. This app is genuinely good. Like it is really good. The things that it do, it looks really good. Here's the snow. And also, the good thing is that this is in multiple layers. So like you can see how there's snow in front of the vending machine and behind it, right? That's because there's snow in the layers, in both the layer of in front of it and behind it, like in behind my model, so that there's layers on like every or snow on like every layer to make it just look like it's everywhere and give it a better impression of just like 3D. Right now it's just the cherry blossoms because it's spring pretty much. But I wanted to move the vending machine over a little. With the chat. Let's move that over a little. All right. There, this should actually work. I think this should actually look pretty good. Oh god. I tried to scroll down in OBS. Okay, so wait, that would just show the thing I want, right? Boop. Okay, so that's where we are right now. About to watch the video. Hang on, I'm about to blast this thing with some crops. Wait, which way is this going? That way. Okay, there. Left is completely done. I'm trying to like crop out basically everything that isn't the video. I feel like that's gonna be easier than making it full screen and stuff, and keep it at a higher quality. Though I can't like see. I can't see the video. Oh, there we go. I was like, I can't see the top of the video. I'm confused. You guys get to watch me do fun, weird OBS stuff. Do I have to do this? No. Am I doing it? Yeah. Can you stop? Can you? Why did it keep going? Oh, I know. I just want it to. I don't want it to cover me. It's like a 20-minute video, so it's gonna be there for a little bit. Unless I'm quirky. I'm kidding. I'm not like that. Damn, this one needs a lot. Almost 440 I needed to crop out from the right. God damn. And then just the bottom. I have lots of experience with the bottom. I don't know if we'll end up watching the whole thing. Well, there we go. Now we've just got the video here. And then we can make it a little smaller. And then we can have it up here like we're watching a goddamn. Oh, I moved something on accident. There. I actually like it. Nice. All right, let's make me a little bigger. There we go. Excuse me. I'm getting a little anxious because I haven't had a video made about me before. Um, if you hear like the sniffling and the throat clearing, I have Tourette's. I try to do my best to keep it under control, but when I get anxious or something like that, it could kind of set them off. So I apologize if that gets annoying. It shouldn't get to be too bad. Because I'm not like super anxious. I'm just, I don't know, I guess a little anxious. The cherry blossoms aren't going in front of the video, so that's fine. Oh, okay.
case, we have two tweets that VTubers made about art. So the second one is going to be like a really sweet palette cleanser. The first one, we'll look at it, right?
I bet the first one's mine. I have always been quite blunt about my opinions with AI. I don't think my posts are a sweet palette cleanser.
So this is written by Twitter user.
There I am. Oh god, he wasn't. He was telling the truth. He was telling the truth. The video's about me. I don't know how to react. Well, here we go. Yeah, see, like, oh, wait, oh, yeah, I forgot this one got up to, like, fucking, like, 300, 400,000 views. I forgot about that.
User Super Sweet Lucas, who goes by Lucas, writing, if you're a VTuber and you support, use, or endorse AI art in any way, artists and your peers will literally never respect you, let alone trust you. Quote, I'm just using it for now because I don't have the money, end quote. No, just no. We'd rather you have nothing than have AI. And this post went pretty viral, almost 300K views with 4K likes. A lot of people were like mad about this. Lism writes, there is the horrible part of people buying starting soon screens or backgrounds that are AI generated, but they don't realize because platforms are getting saturated with it. I bought one once. Didn't realize till a while later it was AI, though there was less of it back then too.
And I mean, in some of these replies, I talked about it myself too. That I admitted to in the past being also basically scammed off of Etsy and ending up with an AI model of my own, and like now understanding how bad that is. Like, you know, I'm not just gonna sit here and judge people for doing this thing. It's also a mistake I made, and like I'm willing to accept accountability on that end because it was a mistake that I made, a bad mistake. Not a costly one, which I'm glad because it was fucking garbage art and models because they're AI. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh god, dude. I forgot how big this post got. I completely forgot about this post.
And Lucas says, TBH, a lot of the replies here show that there's VTubers who knew it was AI and are just telling themselves it's fine, convincing themselves that some artists allow AI, so it's fine, when really those artists are probably scammers that put a phrase into an AI for an image. Look, again, I'm pretty sure Lucas's point is not about those people. I'm pretty sure Lucas's point is not about the people who bought AI not knowing it was AI. Look,
Yeah, because if yeah, in the replies you'll find me saying that I'm one of those people. I got scammed and accidentally bought AI art and used it for a while. I'm not talking about those people. But if you do buy AI art and someone comes up to you and tells you, like, hey, the model you're using is AI, I don't know if you knew that. If your reaction is anything other than, oh, holy shit, I didn't fucking realize it was AI, I need to get rid of it. I'll stop using it. Like, that's pretty much the only reasonable response you can have. Even if you try to go the route of, well, like, I don't really have another model right now and I don't really have any money, I would have to like stop streaming until I get another model. Good. Stop. Fine. Yes. Stop putting content out there where you're using an AI model, essentially endorsing AI and AI models. Don't put your image out there using an AI model. It's bad. If you ever want to be successful, you can't do that. I did it and I have been wiping everything that I did with it. I'm not going to lie to people about it, but I don't want it to be anywhere on my content showing that I could endorse it at all. I think there might be like a couple Omari videos left because I'm so attached to them, but they're probably about to be gone since I'm going to replay it soon. But as much as I'm trying to just delete all of them, I will always be honest and tell people that I am one of those people that also got scammed and also ended up with an AI model. It was a bad model, but it was right as I started. I didn't know what AI. What I knew like AI art, I knew of it, but I didn't know how to recognize it at all. I thought that it would be like 5, 6 fingers, or like like 6, 7 fingers or something, and then it would be like super obvious if it was AI. But when I came into the community, I didn't realize where AI was, and that it was quite beyond that point. Sometimes, sure, there's sometimes those fuck ups, but now it's a lot easier to not have those fuck ups.
look, it happens, you know, like you go on Etsy. If you're not an artist, you're not trained, you don't have the trained eye to recognize what's AI, what
Yeah.
isn't. You're going to look through art, you're going to pick something you like, and these AI scammers are getting more and more evolved, and they're getting better and better at passing off AI artwork as legitimate artwork. I don't fault you if you fell for it accidentally. That just means you were the victim of a scam. Okay, you were
Yeah. Yeah, I was a scam. Or I was scammed. I am a scam. Jesus. What a clip. But at the same time, like while I was scammed, at the same time, like there is a little bit of responsibility on my end. As much as I want to sit here and be like, it's AI's fault. It looks so good that it's hard to tell that it's AI, and I, just didn't know things like that. I still hold some accountability in this situation. Well, yes, all those things are true, and AI does hold a lot of the accountability. At the same time, I should have done my due diligence. I wasn't educated enough about it when I came into the community, and I just didn't do the things I think I should have done. I would have done now, a year later. Looking into the images, having some artist friends send them the image. Does this look like AI to you? Send it to like 5 different people, all that stuff. Looking for any kind of inconsistent details. Yeah. So I do hold some accountability in regards to using an AI model. Some. But yes, AI is to blame for a lot of it. I should have done better. I should have done my due diligence and just made sure it wasn't AI, but I didn't.
a victim. You didn't know. It's just the people that bought AI knowing it was AI, or even worse, going to generate it yourself. I'm pretty sure Lucas wasn't referring to the people that accidentally bought AI not knowing. And Shizuka Silent writes, I do think Nero is an exception here. Nero being a VTuber that is like a
So I'm glad I was right here, actually. I wasn't completely positive on this answer, but I was pretty sure it was right. Because, like, Neuro, the VTuber, I don't know how many people here are familiar with Neuro and Vidal. Um, Neuro is like Neuro is a kind of generative AI, but it's a generative AI that's like run off of like other things. It's not like being given other people's stuff and then generating from that. It's learning itself. It is machine learning, basically. Neuro is building its own code as time goes on, and Vidal is there to help clean it up and to like add to it and all that stuff. But it is not the same kind of like stealing people's work type thing.
AI powered. Honestly, with AI art though, there's always something that looks off, if you know what I mean. If they didn't scrape from other artists, I bet it could be used by artists to learn how to draw anatomy and things like this. And Lucas says, well, Neuro isn't generative AI. If you mean Vital and Neuro, anyways. She's an AI and has even had a wonderful artist commissioned to make her current model. I don't believe Vital used generative AI. I mean, most are against it. Wouldn't be surprised if Vital was against it. And Cheppy Chep writes, Hayao Mizaki, co-founder of Studio Ghibli, called AI art, quote, an insult to life itself, end quote. And I'll forever stand by those words. I don't know why people can't use free assets or join giveaways or even save up a little money on the side and would rather use a lifeless robot instead. And Lucas responds, TBH they can. Though coming into the VTuber community, you go to Etsy for cheap stuff to start with and end up accidentally getting AI. It's just not obvious to newer VTubers that there's free assets from real artists they can use. Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, that's that's something I've said for a while. That like a lot of this is avoidable. Like the like you I don't know, actually I think it was Kiriko who had the Suica model, but the Suica model is now like widely accessible to everyone, right? Like everyone has access to it because like everyone knows about it. It went super viral. Like it might cost a little bit of money, but people have access to it. Like they know about it when they come into the community. If they ask someone like, hey, what would be like the best customizable model to get, they'd point at that one. Get the Suica one. you know like they aren't going to point at Etsy and say go to like Etsy and find one. They're going to specifically point you to Suica. It's just so known now. And I think a lot of people, myself included, wouldn't have fallen into something like this, like getting AI and getting scammed like that, if we knew like where to find assets. If like me as a new VTuber on Twitter, it was just really easy to like look up on there and just find a bunch of free VTuber assets that I could use, or find like free to use customizable models that other people have made, or cheap ones. Suica's isn't super cheap, but other ones like 50 to $100 maybe. And then I have like a customizable model that's made by a real person and not AI. But the problem is access to those things. Like, it's not easy to find that stuff when you're new. You don't have like any connections to anyone in the community. You're just coming in and trying to make like start. You're just trying to start. And AI artists and scammers are happy to take advantage of that because they're pieces of shit.
Icarus Fallon asks, as somebody with an incredibly underdeveloped art bone, how does one know that VTuber assets are AI made? And Lucas
I'm realizing I said TBH a lot in this line of replies. Don't judge me.
adds, I always ask my artist friends TBH. I'm not an artist, so I don't have an eye for it all the time. The people who focus on tiny details and small intricacies do, though. But AI makes mistakes that humans generally won't. Like, you'll see a piece of hair go behind an arm, then come out in a completely different place, or just not continue. Many AI have a hard time continuing something after it goes behind something else. Object permanence. People be snitching on themselves.
That too, yeah. That's People make mistakes, yeah, but that is something I really like to tell people is that AI does not make the same mistakes that a human would. You know? Like if a character ends up accidentally having 6 fingers, that is not a mistake that a normal human artist will typically make. It's going to be obvious. Like they're going to look at it and be like, that's a sixth finger. That shouldn't be there. That's not like a little tiny mistake that they just like did and just didn't notice, you know? But something like certain hair strands going over a line, or like things like that, or continuing but not just being like perfectly lined up, that's the kind of like mistake that humans make. Not like the like this long strand of hair going behind an arm and then just disappearing. It just never comes back out. An artist might make that mistake, but it's rare because when you're going over it, like the final touches, just looking at it, you kind of notice it very easily. You're like looking at the hair and you're just like, wait, there's a cutoff right there. Like it's really obvious usually because there's just a spot of white where there shouldn't be. Well, a spot of background where there shouldn't be.
In these replies. But yeah, some people are talking about this experience. So this individual says, I'm pretty sure my artist and rigger both respect me and I also respect them. I also use a ton of AI for all my thumbnails and I'm planning on using it for a very short lore video. I don't think you can speak for every artist. And Lucas says, I don't intend to speak for all, just a very large amount. But that's unfortunate to know. Another person writes, I get what you're trying to say. However, rather than saying a VTuber should have nothing,
Here we go. I hope she reads this one, because this is me talking about the fact that I was also scammed.
you could have mentioned if they want a model, they can make a PNG from PicCrew and there's free assets overlays made by artists on Coffee. You failed to mention any of that. And Lucas says, TBH, I don't know about PicCrew and PNGs. I'm not an artist. But in multiple replies, I've mentioned the free Coffee assets because it's a mistake I made myself and I mentioned I wish I knew about those free pre-made models when I personally was scammed by AI. Okay, this is a hot take. If you are a VTuber, you're not entitled to anything. As in, you're not entitled.
Yeah, exactly. Sleep well, Lotion. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. Where was I? All right, the assets. Yeah, yeah. Like that person's reply of like, you've been talking about this in your replies and stuff, but I didn't see you list off these specific things that people could specifically use for resources. Like, one, I'm not an artist. Two, I'm not trying to be someone who's like providing those resources. Like, I don't mind helping if I know of them, but like, I'm not trying to be that person. But like, also, yeah, like if people aren't like the way she said it, I don't know why the word is coming out. I just can't think of it right now. But it's not. They aren't obligated to get anything. Like these artists aren't obligated to give you anything for free. You know, like the head pats you get on VTube Studio that you can use for free, or like the assets that you sometimes see in like what are they, like Twitter trends where like someone puts on like the asset where it's like, you know, on the beach, or another asset that's like a popsicle hand, or just, you know, something, a free asset that like everyone's using to take a picture with and spread the asset. Like, you know, that it's nice to be able to use those, and it's nice that they're there, but you can't just act like you deserve them. It is 100% a privilege and a luxury that there are artists that are kind enough to pass around an asset that they spent time on and put effort into to let us use for free. And it's shocking some of the way people think about it.
Entitled to get art for your model, whatever, right? Like being a VTuber is a luxury at the end of the day because it's such a art heavy thing to do.
That too. Don't treat your artists like shit. You go up to an artist and you're very, very kind to them, you have a higher chance of them like being willing to do your art. Why wouldn't you? That's something a lot of people seem to fuck up, is that like you really just need to not be a dick sometimes. Sorry, I'm doing the marijuana stuff. Weed should be legal. Everyone should be able to smoke. Well, I mean, it is kind of recreationally legal in a lot of states now in the U.S. It should be federally legal. You know how good? Well, I mean, smoking in general is still really bad for your lungs, but like, there's also edibles. But do you know how good like weed products are for people with fucking cancer? Weed, well, it's not like crazy strong, actually does help fight cancer cells. Like, it's not like gonna cure cancer or anything. It's not gonna do anything major. It just does. It can just help even the smallest amount. And if it's a help of a smallest amount with cancer, you fucking want it. Also, sometimes it is literally the only thing that allows people going through extreme chemo that is destroying their body to be able to eat, to be able to stop the nausea and the throwing up 30 fucking times a day. to be able to sleep comfortably. All of that. Like, it is just. I am passionate about weed. And I think everyone who wants to smoke it should be able to smoke it. I am prescribed it by a doctor, but still. And again, I think anyone that like wants to smoke it should be 18 and up, 18 and up. I don't know if you were here when it happened, but Kiriko like gave me the link to the video, and this video is like literally just about me. It is literally just a full video of her talking about my post on Twitter. This one didn't get many views, unfortunately. Still plenty of views. I mean, I'm happy I'm talked about. This one, it's a cat and chat video, Catliente.
Art is a luxury and a VTuber is completely made up of artwork. So by that train of logic, a VTuber is also a luxury, right? Like you're not entitled to get all this artwork just because you're a VTuber. So by that logic,
Yeah.
I would implore you that you don't just go to a generator and generate a bunch of AI art. I'm not saying that's what the commenter was saying, right? Just
Also, I mean, that is actually a good point. Like, if you aren't entitled to the art, it's not exactly fair for you to run to an AI generator and then decide to take their art anyway and just have it generated into something you want. Because that AI is possibly stealing the art from the person you want to commission, and you're just like, well, I'll just get it anyway, just worse. Go get the Temu knockoff version of your art.
you know, I feel like many VTubers do have a sentiment that, oh, well, I can't have nothing, so I need something, so therefore I need to generate art. You know, like I get the feeling like, oh, I want to have something so that I can have something represented of me and my model, but AI art should not be the thing. Here's the thing too, right? You could just do the bare amount of research yourself, as in, you know, like just go to Google and look up free VTuber model, free VTuber art. You know, like the amount of time it would take you to look up an AI generator to then generate some art for you. Literally, you could use that amount of time. It would be that quick. Google free art or whatever, and you can.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Literally, I did that on stream just a second ago. Just Googling free references, literal art references. They aren't anime characters, they aren't like fully done art, just literal sketches and references specifically for poses. They are everywhere, and I guarantee you can find almost exactly what you want somewhere without using AI and shitting on the person you're trying to commission.
Find it. Like I can show you. I don't even have to go very hard. Okay.
She's doing it too. Like it's literally so easy that you could just do it right then. You can prove a point within like 30 seconds. It is so easy.
But yes, I completely magic agree with your point as well. I don't think it's bad that they didn't mention other options. That's not the point of the post. I completely agree. It's not Lucas's job to educate all of you guys on where to find free art and stuff. In my opinion, if you're trying to be a VTuber or whatever, it's your job to educate yourself.
Like I'm happy to help and happy to provide those things if I'm asked for them, but like I'm not trying to be like come to my profile or follow me if you want like more resources for free assets and things like that. Like I'm not trying to be that person. I'm just saying AI art sucks. If you can't find some kind of alternative to AI, then we've got bigger problems than like what I can explain.
On the free options if you don't have enough money to buy a VTuber model out the gate, right? It's your job to educate yourself on ways that you can go about getting this artwork without exploiting other people along the way. To me, it's like the same argument as when people steal art and they use it on their Twitter page and people will be like, hey, this artwork is stolen from so-and-so. And then they will be like, well, I went on Pinterest and looked it up and took the image because it was on Pinterest. And they feel entitled to do it because they're like, well, I don't have any other artwork, so I needed artwork from Pinterest.
Yeah, and their argument is basically, you know, like it was public, right? Like I went on Google, I went on Pinterest, and it was just a public image that I found, and now I'm using it. Like you can't stop me. Like it was just publicly available. Like why can't I use it? And that kind of shit, and then they'll just block you. It's nice.
That didn't credit the artist and I didn't bother to look for it. Like, can we just do an ounce of critical thinking and just put in about a minute of effort to Google something free? right? There's so many resources, it's not even funny. Literally, all you need to look up is free VTuber. Literally, if I go on Twitter, I look up free VTuber model. Oh my god, there's a bunch.
I actually didn't think about how easy that would be. Here, let me try. Here, you can see my normals. These are the fucking stuff that I went to recently. Can you imagine? X, VGen, Twitch, YouTube, Stream Elements, and more X? I'm a heathen. Please don't be porn. Very close to it. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. You fucking serious? What are the goddamn chances? Okay, free VTuber model. Let's see. Be 18 or older. So this is a raffle. Free customizable VTuber. This is just a little cheaty one, but great. Like, look at this. Like, that's a super cute little, like, VTuber that someone could use, and it's free. Look down here. Oh, well, that's 800 art plus rigging. Look down here. Oh, there's the Suica. Like, a lot of people did Suica model giveaways, or that's Suica. A lot of people tried to do Suica model giveaways, and then a lot of people took advantage of it. It got really out of hand. Suica had to, turn all of them off and then do her own, but she gave away 15 models. Which is actually a lot. And then you've got free live 2D model right here. This actually looks like a really high quality one for free, as long as it's not AI. It doesn't look like it is. Let's check the replies. Doesn't look like it. I feel like I'd see some people talk about... Look at that. That is a really cute model. And I don't think it can be used for streaming, though, is what that person said. But that's the point. Like, there is just so much. There is so much. You could just look it up and just scroll through this, and I guarantee you would just find a model that you could use for free. Like that little chibi one that I just went across. Like, it's not hard. And it doesn't take long.
Bunch of raffles that are being given away, right?
Yep.
This is from this Twitter person on B. Another VTuber model raffle. Oh, look, this is like my...
Yep, that's the one I just saw. Literally just saw this one. And I think that's probably like the best option. If you are looking for a free VTuber model, this one looks like it's actually pretty high quality and very usable. Like, I'd definitely suggest it.
Fourth scroll. This is from Miku T, right, on Twitter with 2 eyes. Free customizable VTuber. You can download it here. Literally her coffee link. Oh my god, guys. I literally scrolled once. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you literally have to be so lazy to not do any ounce of research to then pull the argument of, oh, I can't find anything.
And then throw it in my face and act like it's my responsibility that someone didn't put 3 seconds of effort into search for something. Right. My bad. I'll do better next time. Somehow.
You know, like, please. But yeah, there's just a lot of people in the comments defending AI art, you know, with like this person writing, I don't condone using AI for use and claiming it's yours, but I will say that you can use it to help inspire you for ideas to draw and create. Just don't use the actual AI art and claim you made it yourself. But that can still be bad if you trace the AI art. No tracing, make new. And Lucas adds, I mean, you can search through so much actual art on places like VGen, Google, Pixiv, and other websites. You can find inspo there and even use photos of yourself as references to make sure the body is accurate. AI often gives you wonky results. Hair that's not connected to anything, colors merging into each other, words not actually being words, and just random symbols, etc. If an artist is using AI for inspo, I'd say it's not a great start. And I agree. Interesting post, and the source of this post is also interesting, but other creators aren't your audience, and the audience has shown they by and large would rather have AI than nothing. If an artist chose to not accept a commission because somebody used AI once in the past, then frankly, that artist isn't a professional and can't be trusted.
I can't remember who made this post. She just said that the source of the post is interesting, but I can't remember who made the post. It got a lot of traction, though. 467 likes. 467 likes defending AI. I don't know if this was a quote retweet or a reply, but like this post actually got a little bit of traction and positive traction, and it was defending AI. Like that's where we're at in the VTubing community. People are like actively defending AI. Like even as VTubers, which is insane to me.
And what peers? Top VTubers across the board have allowed AI art in their communities. This is solely an indie opinion. I would also say, like, the amount of people that watch my YouTube videos, I feel like we have seen a very large amount of people that are quite against AI art. So
Also, like if you ask what Shy Lily, Iron Mouse, all of them, they aren't indie, right? They're corpo because you know they're in Hollow and all that, or Vishojo, or I don't know. But like all of them, I'm pretty confident are against AI art. Like
I don't know
pretty
what
vocally against AI art. Like it's definitely not just an indie opinion to dislike AI art.
stands, right? Maybe they're like bubble and they're echo
I will say I think I got a little I think I got a little sassy in these upcoming replies. Don't judge me. I'm passionate.
chamber is just AI art lovers. I don't know. But Lucas responds, "Oh, yes, the artist isn't professional because they take a stance against their own work being stolen to make that garbage AI art. I'll make sure to tell them they're unprofessional, but they won't sell to me after I steal from them. How could they?" Sorry, it's just funny. I love what Lucas wrote here. "It's your choice. I don't care. Do what you want. But it's a super easy decision to literally never interact with somebody like you and warn others. Like, you're defending these artists having their work stolen and then calling them unprofessional. You're somebody I want nothing to do with in this community." And then the person responds, "It's amazing how you immediately flip into, quote, you just want to steal people's work, end quote, because you don't have an argument. I get it. You're privileged and you don't actually have to care about little things the poors need to consider, like finances. But I've been warning people like you since the first bit of Gen AI was announced that you're not defeating AI with these arguments. You're silently turning people away from your own position. There are way more people who have never used AI before that regularly mess around with it because everybody against it comes off as an out of touch asshole."
I super disagree with that. So if there's like a post that goes viral on Twitter and it's just an artist saying like you don't need to use AI, it's literally $10 to get my art. But like that's out of touch, I guess, because I guess someone who's poor can't afford the $10 art. Which hey, I'm not exactly fucking rich, dude. I'm not. I'm disabled. I make like $930 a month, which is why I started streaming. I'm just hoping to do something better with my life. About it. I enjoy playing games. I really do. I love playing games. And it's hard to be on camera, but I love my model. I love being this anime boy. Dude.
By the way, in response to this point, though, I do have to make the argument again. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you're entitled to art. I don't know if
Yeah.
this is a hot take, right? I don't think it's a hot take. Maybe some people think it is. Right. It's just the entitlement for me, personally. Sorry. I know I'm getting a little bit heated. It's just interesting.
Yeah,
And then the Twitter
that's how I was getting. Like this is my post at like fucking 400,000 views, and I've got people popping in here, getting more likes than me, by the way. Like I can't remember what that's called. Oh, why can't I remember what it's called for someone to get more likes than the other person? God, what is it called? God, I'm an old man. How do I forget terms like this? I can't remember. It'll probably come to me later. But they've got fucking more likes than me coming in here and basically just actively defending AI. And I'm pretty sure this person also is like on my side and also just immediately calling them a kid, even though they're 20 fucking 2. Like it's wild to invalidate someone's opinion like that.
User writes, Molcor writes, "Hi, I'm disabled and have been poor my entire life. I found ways to make art without stealing others' work. People using AI to create art is not okay. Neither is selling it or promoting it, even if you label it. It's gross and takes away real people's jobs. That's the argument." And this person responds, "Every advancement takes away jobs. Digital art nuked jobs. CGI nuked jobs. Cameras nuked jobs. Your argument has been tried for centuries and it's never worked on anybody. Also, you're 22, your entire life is like 5 years at best."
That's a shitty argument, too. That is just like literally having this argument in bad faith. Like it's crazy to compare that kind of shit to like what like let's think of like a car manufactory, right? Like people who were in there making Ford cars, they were putting all the pieces together, and then robotics came in, and I am of the mind that AI is going to make humans' lives better. I think AI has incredible uses. I am someone who has had many surgeries, including like laparoscopic surgery to remove an entire organ. And things like that are infinitely more possible because of AI. I have titanium screwed into my spine. I've had my lung collapse 3 times. I have my appendix and gallbladder removed. I have a disease in my ankles that makes everything hurt. AI is the future that people like me potentially have to do something more about that. It can just do things sometimes that humans can't. And it's incredible what it's doing in the medical field. I also think it's going to do great things in other fields. However, I am someone that's of the mindset that I think robots and like automation should replace menial jobs. You know, like being out in the fields in that hot ass weather, like working your ass off, digging holes for a company all day, every day, like mining in the fucking coal mines, that kind of shit. I am of the opinion that like robots should do like those kind of jobs. And maybe even things like fast food at like McDonald's and all the fast food places. But I'm also of the opinion that people should be like, you know, maybe given a little bit of money or given a lot more leeway. In countries where there is like universal health care and where there is actually like an income that the government gives everyone just to make sure that they like have the money, or well, not even gives everyone. They have like a 60% tax, but that covers everything, like insurance, housing, like car. It covers literally everything. So they end up with like 1,000, 1,500 or whatever. They don't even have like a lot of money by the end of it, but because there's literally no bills to spend it on, they can just spend that money doing what they want. They're secure in everything else and can just go enjoy their lives. And countries like that actually have like some of the highest happiness index ratings in the country or in the world. Sorry, getting a little off topic, but yeah, as we were talking about jobs being taken away. But I think menial jobs and like super, super like labor intensive jobs should be what robots take over. I do not think robots and AI should be taking over artists. It is a passionate career that literally thrives and exists because of human creativity. And you just cannot replicate that. Like, yes, you can make a robot make an exact replica of the Mona Lisa, but it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't evoke the same emotions. It isn't the same beautiful piece of art. It's just not impressive. One is worth hundreds of millions, and the other is worth 10 cents.
You're still a kid. Cool. So my entire life is like 9 years, 7 years at best, because I'm 24, right? If we do the math here. I'm probably going to have their name censored in this, but the person making all these posts, I was like thinking of covering the situation they were in, but they were part of a podcast and the podcast blew up and like everyone went after each other's throats and it was very interesting and very funny. So that's a whole thing. But I just love it when people double, triple, quadruple down on a point that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I just think it's interesting. And then this Twitter user, nbinted, quote retweeted it, and I just think it's so funny because they wrote the fact that OP is getting dogpiled for being anti-AI is insane. You can find so much good shit on Booth and other platforms for dirt cheap, if not totally free. If you can afford to have a gaming PC, a mic and camera, you can afford to have non-AI assets. No excuses.
I actually totally forgot about that website. I actually did. When I was looking at assets, I think I somehow ended up on Booth as a website, and that website is actually pretty nice. There's quite a bit of good stuff on Booth. If like you're looking for random assets, like you want to find an asset of like a hand holding up a balloon or things like that, that is a pretty good place to go. Oh, right. All my assets, like my headpats assets and stuff, I should link to the person who does those in the artist list channel as well. I gotta try to remember these couple things. Hang on. Let me write that down. There was another one I wanted to list too. Oh, the background. First, so background and Shoost. That's the name of the app that's like I'm using with all the cherry blossoms. That's the name of it. SHOOST. Shoost. And assets from, I think their name was Misa Murasaki. I'll have to double check, but I could find them. Okay.
And I fucking agree. And at the end of the day, you're not entitled to artwork. Point blank simple. Artwork is a luxury. You're not entitled to it if you don't have the money. And
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, that's good enough. I completely agree. Yeah. Art is absolutely a luxury. You are not entitled to it. You are not entitled to someone else's hard fucking work that they're putting in all this work just to like live and survive. And you're acting entitled to shit just because, you know, you want it. You know? Some people in the VTubing community are just rough. They don't have enough like respect for people that they really should. Trying to get the chat back lined up. There we go. But yeah, I'm shocked, honestly. When they mentioned that like Kat had a video and I was like the main person, I thought that they genuinely might have like mistaken me for someone else. That like they saw someone with just like similar colors and they were just like, yeah, I saw you in the Kat video. But it actually was me. I appreciate that she made a video about me and defended me. I think that was sweet. I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. It's just, it's weird to have a bigger creator actually talk about you like this. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Oh, tearing up a little bit. So a lot of people might say it's not like a good thing to show up on Kat's channel because she's like just constantly covering drama and stuff like that. But I wouldn't even go as far as to call what we just listened to drama. It was literally just me saying AI is bad, fuck AI, and a bunch of people getting pissy about it because they wanted to use it to save money, and I just am not okay with that. Also, I definitely wouldn't say I'm famous. I am a long, long, long way from being famous. Or even, like, known. Like, I would be, like, 100% shocked if any of the bigger VTubers, like Cottontail or Iron Mouse or Shy Lily, or any of them actually, like, recognized my name. And I'm fine, yeah. Just slightly emotional. Because it makes me feel like I am actually growing. It makes me feel like I am kind of, you know, part of the community. And I hope so, Springtrap. That'd work out good for you too, because I 100% plan to like pay my mods if I ever get to like that level of income on YouTube, you know? I'm just like sitting here quietly, just pondering. All right, well, I mean, we did have like an hour-long stream, and we got to watch a video and talk about AI and talk about some of the stuff going on with Cinder. A little bit. We didn't talk much about the Cinder stuff. I feel like it's hard for people not to know about it. The main Cinder post is at like fucking 15 million views. Also, tell your mom I said hi as well. And that I enjoy having you around, and I like playing games with you, and I appreciate your help. Okay. I was already really tired before the stream. But it was nice to come on stream and like just chat about some stuff for a little bit. I enjoyed it. I'm actually super glad I did now because I learned about that video. Alright, I am gonna hop off. I will see you guys tomorrow night. I streamed yesterday when I normally don't stream, so that's why I'm just kind of not wanting to stream a lot tonight. I didn't sleep last night, literally at all. So, I need sleep. But I don't want to mess up my sleep schedule, so I gotta wait. But I will see you all tomorrow night. Sleep well, everyone. Get a lot of rest. Get lots of cuddles. All the good stuff. You deserve them. I appreciate you guys being here. I loved hanging out with you. Sleep well, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye.